God will not answer your prayer if you're not doing this one thing. A lot of people are saying that they're praying for God to answer a prayer, but they wonder why it's never being answered. It's just like God is not listening to them. It's probably because you're not doing one thing. And this is all in the Bible. And this is very hard to fully do. Whenever you pray, it's very hard to actually do this. Let go and let God. You have to have faith. If you are praying an empty prayer, or you are praying and you're still holding on to it, you're praying but you're like, oh God, please, will you please answer this, please? Like, you've got that doubt in your mind that God will answer. You've got to have faith that He will answer your prayer. Faith that He can answer your prayer. God can do anything. And if we have faith, He will answer our prayer. But when you have faith in God, that faith means that you trust Him to answer your prayer the way He knows best. We can't put money into a little genie box and say, okay, grant me this wish. That's not how it works. If you are praying for God to help you unburden yourself with finances, to find a new house, to find a new job, to help your marriage, you got to have faith. Faith in God. It's all through the Bible. Matthew chapter 21, verse 22. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. James 1, 5-6. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, and it shall be given him, but let him ask in faith. Faith is the belief in something that you can't see. That's why it is so hard. So when you pray, don't pray an empty prayer. Actually feel that prayer. Feel it in your heart and feel yourself asking God to answer it. John 14, 13-14. And whatever you ask in my name, that I will do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. 1 John chapter 5, verses 14-15. And this is the confidence that we have toward Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. God wants to bless us. He wants us to have everything we need, and He will bless us abundantly. He wants to give us so much, but He's not going to give us something that is going to hurt us unless we just won't let it go. I've said this in another video. Unless we just won't let it go and beg, He gives it to us to let us learn a lesson. We need to trust God. When we ask Him to answer a prayer, let Him fix it the perfect way. His way is perfect. There will not be any sadness and heartbreak because we're not trying to do it ourselves. And I have done enough of that to know. I can honestly sit here and tell you wholeheartedly that if we let God answer our prayer, that's the way it needs to go. That's when it gets answered the right way. When we do it ourselves, we make a big old mess of stuff. And I'm the queen of making messes. And, it took me, I'm 48, it took me this long. Okay, and 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Mark 11:24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. You have to believe and have faith in God. And that's hard. People all over the place, and I was so guilty of it for the longest time. We will ask for God to answer a prayer. We ask for it, but we don't believe He'll do it. We don't believe that He wants to. We don't believe that He can. It's just like we say it, like, God, will you please do this? It's almost like an impatient way, It's just like we think He should make our lives perfect sometimes, and that's not the way it is. We have to step up. We have to have faith, and that's hard. It's so hard to have faith, but that is the key. That's the key to answer prayer. You believe in God. Have faith that He will answer. Have faith that He loves you, and He will pour His blessings down on you, but you've got to have faith.